person that will be joining us today is Uche. Like I said, he's done a lot of work that doesn't need so much of introduction. He's done marvelously well on the internet marketing space. He has a lot of students that earn in multiple millions, that earn in hundreds of thousands and tens of millions in internet marketing. So I like you to stay and pay rapt attention. One thing with Moses Uche that I've got to love over the years is that he is a disruptor. So if you think you know anything, I just like you to put it down, and just come to absorb all the knowledge that you can absorb. So put everything you know down, and I'm here to learn also. And one thing I'm going to promise you is you're going to be hearing a lot of new things. You're going to be hearing a lot of amazing things. You're going to be hearing a lot of things that are convenient, that looks or that teaches convenience or better ways to do things. All right, guys. So if you can still hear me, please drop an emoji for me, because if you drop an emoji, it's going to serve as a momentum to go on with the training. All right. So drop an emoji or drop a reaction in the comment box. Let me know if you can hear me. I'll just wait for your comments before I bring in Moses Uche online. All right. So please drop your comments, drop an emoji. Please hit the like button too. Hit the like button so that YouTube can tend to show this live section to more people. All right, guys. So welcome, and we're going to be bringing Moses Uche next in less than 30 seconds. So, guys, let us give it up for Moses Uche today. Hi, Moses, welcome. I think your mic is turned off.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you for putting this together, and we'll make sure today is actually amazing for everyone.
Yeah. We're happy to have you too. Thank you. Nice haircut, by the way.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it.
All right. So let's go. So today I would like you to take us deeper than we've gotten in this training section, and you have the floor, please. I think I'm just going to.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all right.
Okay, everyone. Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? Hope you are doing fine. I'm going to spend the next 1 hour showing you insight ideas that we've used in our e-commerce business to do millions. I have a lot of clients that have used it to do millions. I have a lot of students that have also used it to do millions. But what I've decided to do is, because I read the chart of yesterday's and yesterday's training, and I discovered a lot of people were asking basic questions. So I decided to reshuffle my slides to answer some of those questions. Okay. So one thing I can promise you is, even if you are doing 100K, you will actually leave this slide with something. You will leave this training with something. Even if you are doing 1M, you will leave this training with something. If you are doing 10M, you leave this training with something. Okay. So the most important thing I would like to say is, I want you to just pay attention. I want you to engage. I'm going to ask a lot of questions. The more you engage, the more the ginger rise. Okay. So it's going to be amazing. I will basically deliver. All I ask of you is just pay attention. Be ready to actually put things in action. If you're the kind of person who asks for things like, oh, where can I get products? Don't worry. Before the end of this session, you might actually get your next product you want to sell. Okay, don't worry. It sounds too good to be true, but I'm going to show you a system that we've used over and over again. Okay, so let me get started right now. So today I'm going to be talking about rapid e-commerce results with e-commerce success parts. Now, I'm going to be infusing a bit of AI. Most of us already know what AI is, ChatGPT, Gemini, all those other things. We use those things right now to actually run our e-commerce business in an effective manner. But the first thing is this: you might not know me. Some of you might know me here. And in case you don't know me, it's good I just introduce myself. My name is Moses Uche. Basically, was basically a clueless secondary school student who basically just love pressing phone and repairing phone, and because of that I needed to make money like every other person in Nigeria, right? And that actually pushed me to street sales, where I was selling phones in Computer Village. I was selling laptops in Computer Village, Lagos. If you've been to Computer Village before, you see those guys that stand outside and say, hey, what do you want to repair your phone and your laptop? I was one of those guys, right? But I was a good one. I was not the one that sell you fufu. I was the one that sell you like good stuff with offers, right? And
Yeah.
and the second thing is I decided, okay, I want to do something else. I want to do software engineering, and I started going to software engineering school. But I did not have enough money, right? Because I from a very basic background, like basically, right? My mom would say I was born with a silver spoon, but when I grew up, I didn't have the spoon. I think we lost it. So basically, to make money, so I can fund myself in software engineering, I had to start learning web design, and that happened when I was coming back from work one day, and then I saw a banner that says "Learn web design in 3 days." I was like, "Really? 3 days?" I think then it was 15,000 naira. Crazy. I paid for it, and lo and behold, I learned web design in 3 days. In fact, I didn't go the second day because the second day was my sister's birthday. So I went just day one and day three. And that's how I started designing websites, literally. And designing website was something that changed my life because I started working with a lot of clients. I worked with a lot of people. I started doing graphic design also, SEO, all those things. Until one day, I worked with an e-commerce client and I actually helped them to design their entire website, set up everything, also help them run their ads, and they made about 500K in one day. And I was happy because these are my clients. I went to tell my friends, I was like, hey, this my client just did 500K one day, and I helped them set up everything. And then this is why it's good to have a good friends, by the way. And my friend said, bro, why are you doing it for them? You can also do it for yourself. You did everything for them. Why don't you do it for yourself? I was like, that's true. I never thought of that from that angle. Guess what? I said, okay, let me try e-commerce. Let me even see what happens. Then I remember a client paid me 50,000 naira for web design. I took the 50K and I said, okay, I was going to learn e-commerce and start e-commerce. And that's how I started e-commerce with 50,000 naira, literally. Okay. So today I am doing e-commerce and I've made millions in e-commerce and I'm making millions in e-commerce. And I've been fortunate to help a lot of people also make millions in e-commerce. So the goal of this training is not to, pump my horn. It's basically to let you understand that you don't have to be special to start e-commerce, because that's the first thing most people actually think in their head. Oh, do I have to be special to actually start e-commerce? No, you don't have to be special. Okay, so now you can see I don't have any crazy story. I did not almost die. They didn't chase me. I didn't sleep under the bridge. I don't have those guru story. I wish I did. So one thing I would say right now is if you are going through something crazy right now, please embrace it, because one day, 5 years from now, you might be the person who is actually motivating somebody else, and that your story will basically be the thing that makes you connect with them easily, because you have that crazy story that's almost ended your life. Okay, so basically, let's go into today's training. So first things first is I want to show you something I call e-commerce success path. This is my system I created to help people in different stage of their e-commerce business. In fact, before I discovered this system, I basically was running e-commerce business. Everything was doing well. In fact, it got to a point where I started losing money doing e-commerce, right? I did not know what was happening. I had to get a lot of mentors, coaches, and all those things until I discovered, okay, e-commerce is not just a straightforward thing. When you say someone say start e-commerce, starting is different from launching, is different from growing, is different from scaling. When you are at the particular stage, you need to focus on your stage, do your best at that stage before you move to the next stage. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you our system, and it's basically in 4 main parts. The first part is start. Now, as you're watching this, I want you to write the level that you're in right now. So if you're in the start, you just write start. Okay, so start is you've not started already. You are still thinking if e-commerce is going to work for you, or unfortunately, you might be saying maybe e-commerce is a scam. Please, e-commerce can never be a scam. Okay, people will always buy things online. Okay, so if you're in this stage of starting, you don't know what to sell, you are just like confused, just type start in the chat. If you're in the launch part, this is part where you're already making about 300K to 500K monthly in profits right now, not sales, in profits. Now, this is the part where you basically understand e-commerce. You're already doing it little by little. You probably might doing it by on the side. You probably have like 9 to 5 and you're working on it for like 3 hours a day. It doesn't really matter. So just type, if you're in the launch part, type launch. The next part is grow. If you're in the grow part, this part is where you're making about 500K to 3M monthly. And this part is actually very interesting because this is the part most people really do in e-commerce. They do really well, but they lose focus and just stop it, or they lose focus and jump into something else, or they get so much problems that they think like the world is against them, that they just decide to stop e-commerce in general. Like they just say, I'm not doing e-commerce anymore. And then when you hear about people talking about e-commerce, you hear things like, I've tried e-commerce before, e-commerce works. Okay, so I don't want that to be your case. I want you to basically say, if you're in the grow, say grow. If you are in the launch, say launch. If you're in the start, say start. Now, the last part is scale. Scale is where you're doing about 3M to 10M monthly. Now, if you're in the scale part, you have systems already that are already working for you. So I want you to type start, launch, grow, scale. Okay, I'm saying a lot of start. That's amazing. That's amazing. You guys are amazing. Okay, so let's go. Now, the first thing I want you to do right now is this. Before you even say, okay, I want to start e-commerce, I want to do e-commerce, the first thing you should be asking yourself is, how much do you really want? Right? In any business model you check, in any business model you try, in any business you try to start today, there's always an amount you want. There's a reason why you are going to that business, right? Are you the kind of person who wants to make like 500K? Are you the kind of person who wants to make like 1M? Are you the kind of person who wants to make like 10M? Are you the kind of person who just wants 100,000 naira? It doesn't matter. What matters is if you know what you want, you can actually work towards it to achieve it. So one thing I want to do right now is I want to look at the slide right now and pick the amount you want to achieve in your e-commerce business right now, right? So if you are someone who is in the start level, you basically want to say, okay, cool. What is my goal for monthly stuff? Of course, if you are making 500K right now, you can always make 5M later, right? That's 10X. If you're already making 1M right now, you can make 2M, you can make 3M. If you are making 0 right now, you can say, okay, I'm going to start with 300K, then 500K, then 1M. So what I want you to do is I want you to type the particular amount you basically love to make in your e-commerce business. Basically, just type it. Just type if it's 300K. If you're a beginner, type 300K. If it's 500K, type 500K. If it's 1M, type 1M. If it's 3M, type 3M. I'm going to show you why this is very important. Most people don't know how much you want to make, so they don't even know how to get there. Okay? So if you're a beginner, you want to say, okay, cool, I'm going to start here and I'm going to grow. Then if you're someone who's already growing, you're like, okay, cool, I want to scale. Okay? So when you do that, I'm going to break a limiting belief most people have right now, which is to start e-commerce. Now, the first thing I want you to understand is this: everything is achievable. All you have to do is break it down into daily action steps. If someone who have never done e-commerce before, have never run any business before, wants to start e-commerce, the best thing they can do is they can say, okay, I want to start with 300K per month. And that's profit, right? And you can easily do that by selling a product with 5,000 naira profit. By the way, 5,000 is the minimum you should be getting as profit when you're doing e-commerce with our model, not the model of buying product and selling for 2,000 naira profit or 1,000 naira profit. No, this is a different e-commerce model entirely. But at least minimum 5,000 naira. In fact, that's like too small, but I put that as a minimum. So, for instance, if you are someone who is currently like doing a job right now and you're making like, let's say 50,000 naira or 40,000 naira or 70,000 naira minimum wage, you say, okay, I want to start e-commerce business. You can start with the 300K stuff, and all you need to make it work for you or to make you believe it works is 2 sales per day. How many of us here can actually do 2 sales per day if our life depends on actually making 300K monthly? Right? I believe most of us will say yes to that. We can. So the point is this: does not matter how much you say you want to make. What matters is the action steps, which is if you say you want to do 500K, can you do 3 sales per day? If you say you want to do 1M, can you do 6 sales per day? If you say you want to do 3M, can you do 20 sales per day? Right? If you say you want to do 5M, can you do 33 sales per day? If you say you want to do 10M, can you do up to 66 sales per day? Now, the good thing about e-commerce and the way we do e-commerce is this: you don't have to sell one product to one customer, because most people buy more than one product at once. So instead of selling one product like 3 people, you're actually selling one product, like let's say one product to like 15 people, one product to 20 people, because people are buying more also. Okay. So it doesn't matter what you want. What you want is to have a goal and say, okay, cool, I want to do this stuff. This is the breakdown of it. I want to sell this amount of products every day. Okay. Now, if you do that well, now you basically understand what we are going to be doing next. Because if you have that mental picture of the goal you want, you can get started right now. Now, in the start stage, which is I'm new to e-commerce, I don't know how e-commerce works. Maybe e-commerce is a scam. I don't know what to sell. Will e-commerce even work for me because I'm this special person and I know e-commerce is working for my friend or my neighbor or one guy I saw online is killing e-commerce, but I don't know if it's going to work for me. Now, this is where you basically say, okay, I'm at this stage right now. I'm going to own it and say, okay, I don't know anything about e-commerce. Let me learn how to start e-commerce so I can get results as fast as possible. Okay. So what we're going to do right now is this: I'm going to jump into this section, and I want you to understand something. If you're in the start stage, it's not bad. We all started from scratch. In fact, I started e-commerce like with 50,000, like I told you. I didn't make my first sale until like 3 days, right? Before I got my first order and got my first sale. Now, I'll admit it was easier then because a lot of people were not doing e-commerce, but it is not hard. Okay? It is not simple at the same time. It's the conundrum, right? It's not hard, it's not simple, right? So what I want you to understand is this. In this stage, the only thing that matters is for you to just try. If you're in the stage of e-commerce where you think, this thing is too big, this thing is too special, this thing is too cumbersome, I don't understand how it works. What I want you to understand is all you have to do is just try. Just try e-commerce and see if it's going to work for you. And it's all about the mindset. If you say, okay, I'm going to try it out and see what happens, trust me, it will be easy for you to actually say, okay, let me try it out and see what happens. But if you don't want to try, you're like, oh, I'm a beginner who is not doing anything in e-commerce right now. I want to make 10M immediately. And then you see the math on how to do 10M. You can't even think of how possible it is for you to sell like up to like 30 products to set up customers in a day. You might get cold feet and just say you don't want to do e-commerce anymore, right? But it's quite different when you basically just say, okay, let me try and see if this business model is going to work for me. Okay, so to try, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have simple game plan. And the first thing I'm going to tell you is this. Most times it's all in your head when it comes to e-commerce. This is for people who are in the start stage right now. It's all in their head. They are thinking of this special way to do e-commerce, or they are thinking of e-commerce might be too hard. What if customer rejects it? What if customer collect the product? What of this? What of that? What of this? What of this? It's all in your head. Until you actually get into the field, you don't know if e-commerce is going to work for you or not. Okay, so what I want you to understand is this: get out of your head and just get started. Because the truth is this: no matter how good you are, I don't care if the mentor that is mentoring is the best mentor in the world, you are going to fail now when you start, but then you win if you continue. That's the truth. That's the promise, right? You can't expect to just succeed out of the gate. It doesn't work. Nobody actually do that. Some people are lucky. Yes, I know I've had students who are lucky, but I understand that's not the benchmark for starting e-commerce business. Okay. So the next thing I want you to understand when it comes to e-commerce, it's all about buying low and selling high. That sounds like Forex, right? Buying low and selling high. You want to buy a product for 5,000 naira and sell it for 20,000 naira. You want to buy a product for 2,000 naira and sell it for 15,000 naira. You want to buy a product for as little as possible and sell it high. And the only reason why that is possible is because you are facilitating the commerce, which is the buying and selling. You are the one going to find suppliers. You get the product from supplier. Then you go to the marketplace, wherever you're going to sell it, with Facebook ads, on GG, on Facebook, on marketplace, wherever you're going to sell the product, Instagram, TikTok, it doesn't matter. But the point is you are facilitating the trade. That is why you can actually get profits, right? If everyone of us can remember the definition of entrepreneurship in secondary school, right? We learned that entrepreneurship is all about taking risk. So if you can take the risk, right now, you're going to gain the reward. Okay, so the reason why you make profit, you get a profit for 5,000, sell it for 20,000, and make, let's say, 5K profit, is because you are facilitating the transaction. Does that make sense? So I hope that makes sense to some people, because some people don't understand, like, oh, what's the essence of doing e-commerce when they can buy the product themselves? No, the product you are selling to them is not a product they should be able to get by themselves. Okay, very, very important. And all that matters in this stage is get a product that's already selling. Don't try to start producing one product. You don't have the experience, you don't have the manpower, you don't have the funds to start bringing up one product from scratch, to start manufacturing one product. You will just get stuck. You will just be saying, there's this product I saw, it's very good. I wish I can actually produce it. Forget about producing anything right now. Yes, I know it is amazing to see people like me and Vincent and say, oh, they are selling this kind of product. They are pushing numbers, and you want to do the same thing. Trust me, not full body, if your flesh not full. You don't want to cut beyond the funds you have. Let's say you have like 100K to start e-commerce business. You don't want to say, okay, I'll use 100K to buy products. How will you market it? What if the product does not sell? Right? So the most important thing is you want to go for a product that's already selling in the marketplace. I'm going to show you a way to validate demand very, very fast right now. Next thing is you want to forget about hot products. Now, I know this is hard for some people, but please forget about looking for the special hot product that is going to sell as a beginner in this stage. Forget about hot products. Just say, this product selling? Yes. But why is it selling? Because of this. You just need one reason, right? One of my mentor, Jim Rohn, he says a lot of people who don't do well in life look for multiple reasons why they don't do well in life. You just need one reason why you're not doing well in life. Are you the kind of person who sleep very late because you're watching your favorite series and then you wake up and you're tired and you can't work on your business? Or Are you the kind of person who basically don't understand that all you need is just to get your first order? You don't need to get your first 1,000 orders. You don't have to start thinking, what happens if I buy 10,000 product and customer don't want it? You are not at that stage right now. This stage, just focus on a product is already selling and focus on how can I get my first order. That's all. Because the truth is this: if you are waiting for a bigger capital to, go and get an innovative product, you want to get a product that is very good, that is amazing, that nobody has ever seen in the marketplace, you're going to fall for a big trap. When my students come to me and say, sir, there's a product I want to sell, there's somebody selling it, I tell them, run. Run. You want product that people are already selling if you are a beginner. If you're not a beginner, yes, you have the money, you have the experience. That's the two most important things. If you're not a beginner, you have the money, you have the experience to test a lot of things and get bigger wins. But as a beginner, you just need to get started. Very, very important. Now, there are two main things that will always stop people from starting e-commerce businesses, and that is budget and time. And there's something I call the budget and time metrics, right? This is something that I put together after talking to a lot of people who somehow they have a lot of time, but they don't have some money to start. And they think because they don't have money, that it's not worth it. No, I'm going to explain this to you right now. If you're the kind of person who don't have money, right, to start e-commerce business, this is going to be God sent to you. Just pay attention to this next few slides. First thing is this: if you don't have any money, first thing I want you to understand is this: you cannot have money and don't have time. If you don't have money, basically, you must have time. There is no two ways about it. If you don't have money and you still don't have time, you have your priorities unchecked. Because what are you doing with your time? You have 24 hours, the other person have 24 hours. So what you're going to do is you're going to use your time to replace the money you don't have, if that makes sense. So basically, the goal is, if you don't have money, you need to have time. That's the first thing. And the second truth I want you to understand, this might hurt some people, because people like there's the easy way, there's the fastest way, get started today and make your next 1 millionaire. The truth is this: if you don't have money, you won't expect that the business is going to be 10 times harder for you, because money is leverage. Everyone understands this already, right? Money is leverage. So if you have money, e-commerce business becomes easier for you. But in this stage, it becomes 10 times harder. But that's not a bad thing. I'm going to explain why that's not a bad thing, basically. And the only model of e-commerce you should be thinking about is drop shipping. That's all. Drop shipping. Now, if you don't know what drop shipping means, drop shipping is literally you getting a customer and you also get a supplier, and all you do is you connect the customer to the supplier to facilitate the trade. So you are the middle, basically, right? You basically go ahead, get a supplier ahead of time. When you promote the products, a customer say, I want this product. You go and meet supplier and say, hey, someone wants this product. Can you help me deliver to this person? And they say yes or no. Okay. So if you don't have money, like I say, you need to have time. Very, very, very important. You cannot have money and not have time. It makes no sense. Okay. So the next part is, how do you get customers? Basically, you get customers with free methods because you don't have money. Duh, right? The free method you want to use Facebook Marketplace. Now, I can tell you one thing that most people don't understand is that Facebook Marketplace is very, very optimized. If you are someone who has ever clicked on Facebook Marketplace before, you will notice that Facebook will somehow show stuffs on your timeline. And the craziest thing is this: when you talk about a product you want to buy, guess what? Facebook will basically show you that stuff in the marketplace. It's crazy, I know, right? And then the second one where you want to sell your product is in Gigi. And then the third one is via post, which is social media. This is where you create content on Instagram, you create content on TikTok, right? You create content on Facebook. I know people that are doing e-commerce on Instagram, TikTok, on Facebook, where they don't run ads. So you don't have money to run ads, obviously, but at least you have time to create content, of course, right? You have time to be on social media, to be on Facebook, wherever you want to be, Twitter, if it's something you use, TikTok or Instagram. At least you post content there to at least try to go viral. Okay, so that's how you do it. The next part is you have some money. Now, I'm going to break down this into like 50,000 naira, right? Now, if you have some money like 50,000 naira, you're still going to be focusing on drop shipping right now for business owners. So your goal is to look for products that suppliers have, and then you sell that product for them. Now, I'm going to explain how to get those suppliers. I'm going to give you a script on how to get those suppliers. So just relax, be with me. You're going to enjoy it. Trust me, you're going to enjoy this session. The next part is, once you get the same thing, just like the other part, once you get a customer, or sorry, once you get a supplier and a product, you want to go get a customer right now. And the way you get a customer is you use Facebook Marketplace, Gigi, and viral posts, which is you post on social media over and over again. This is not hard. I'm going to show you why it is not actually hard. It's just that it takes time. So it's the time that people don't like to put in, but it works. The next part is basically where you have some money right now, which is 50K. You can now say, okay, now I can run ads for 10,000 a day for at least 5 days. And it's rare that you run WhatsApp ads for 5 days and you will not get another. It's rare. Okay. It's so rare. It's not possible. Okay. You're going to get people who are going to message you and say, I want to buy this stuff. Can you deliver to me? So basically, that's where you basically say, okay, I want to use Facebook ads to basically grow my business. And then you use Facebook ads to send people to WhatsApp and then close them on WhatsApp. The most important thing you have to do when they come to WhatsApp is you want to give each inquiry personal attention. Call them, text them, tell them, can I call you right now so I can explain how the product works, right? Send them images of the product, send them videos of the product. I'm going to show you how to get all those things, don't worry. Okay, so that's what you do when you have under 50K. Now, if you have above 100K right now, you still want to do local drop shipping, please. Local drop shipping product. I know that makes no sense because drop shipping is local already, but local drop shipping, right? You don't want to import anything right now because right now, you know how the dollar is crazy right now. So let me not even talk about that, right? So you also want to focus on, okay, can I sell some product locally to raise money? Then if I want to import, I can go and import. If I want to produce my product locally, I can produce my product locally. But you cannot produce a product, with 100,000 naira. Okay. Now, if you're following me so far, just type start. So I know you're following me so far. So I know I'm not talking to myself. Okay. The next part of this is basically you want to also use Facebook Marketplace, the Gigi, and then the viral post. Now, I will explain something right now. If you're buying a product from Gigi, a Gigi supplier, let's say you're buying for 5,000 naira. You don't want to be selling on Gigi also because that makes no sense, right? Because the supplier is there selling to you for 5,000 and then you're selling for 20,000 naira or 15,000 naira. It doesn't make any sense. So you want to sell somewhere else. Okay. So if you're buying you're buying the product from like a Facebook Marketplace and it's not on Gigi, then you want to sell it on Gigi. Okay. But if you're buying from either Gigi or Facebook Marketplace, you can always sell it on social media because all that matters is the person that sees your post. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is we want to do the next thing instead of running ads to WhatsApp. Remember, previous one, run ads to WhatsApp. We want to run out to a sales page. Now you have 100K, you can afford domain and hosting, right? You can literally buy a domain and hosting for around 20,000 naira. Now it's your domain, it's your hosting. Nobody's going to take it from you for at least 1 year. Now you can ask, okay, cool. Let me use the remaining 80K to buy 1 or 2 products and then use the remaining one to run ads. Now you understand that I've been talking about ads. Spending money on ads. Gone are the days of running Facebook ads with like 1,000 naira and getting orders, right? You will still get orders, but you don't want to be getting one order a day. You want to get multiple orders a day. So if you did the maths above, where you said you want to make like, let's say 1M, and if you want to make 1M, you have to sell a certain amount of products every day, you cannot be running 1,000 naira ad, except you want to do like 300K a month, which is not bad, okay? So if you're in this level right now, you can buy domain and hosting and get started from there. Now, I want you to understand something. You want to focus on key states you have the product in. For most people, they don't have any other business apart from dominating Lagos, Abuja, and Rivers. Now, if you want to do stronger, you can add Edo and Delta. But for the beginning, just focus on Lagos, Abuja, and Rivers. You do really well over there. Try to do same-day delivery. Like you can use a courier company to do same-day delivery, or you can use self-delivery agents to do same-day delivery. Now, it depends. If you're doing dropshipping, of course, sometimes the supplier will help you deliver the product, depending on the negotiation you have with the supplier. Okay? So these are the main things you want to focus on when you are at this stage. So at least if you are about to start right now, you already know what to do if you don't have money, right? You know what to do if you have some money, and you know what to do if you have like 100K above. Now, the most important thing here in this start stage is you need experience. That's the most important thing. You need experience, right? And I want you to get experience first before you start saying, okay, I want to scale, I want to do all those things. Okay. So the first thing people will ask most times is, oh, nice strategy, nice stuff, well explained. What product do I sell? This is the major thing for most people. What product do I sell? Now I'm going to run down through my new age hot product formula. I'm going to run down and show you different categories of hot products. Remember I said don't focus on hot product, focus on hot selling product. But I'm going to show you an example of what a product that sells really well looks like, and then I'll show you how to get the product right here on this call. So What we're going to do right now, I'm going to show you some products. So some products that you want to be selling are products that are high demand, that can solve a real problem. So you can see some of these stuff right now, some of these products on your screen right now. These are products that have sold millions, thousands already. Okay, so for instance, these are passion product that people actually love, that are passionate about it, right? You can see on that product like this. These are trendy product. Now trendy product, you don't want to sell it over again because it changed. You don't want the product that is changing every season, but trending products also work really, really well. Okay, you want to focus on high demand product that are either a need, a passion, or a trend. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to pick anyone you want. The next one are products that have limited access. These are like new products that are not really found in store, or you cannot really just buy it right from anywhere. This product has the potential of making a lot of money before a lot of people start selling it, right? If you are the first people to sell them, right? There are products that little or no one is selling it. These are like products that are very niched. So a particular audience just want a product like this. In fact, everything I'm showing you right here are products that have sold millions of millions, okay? I'm just showing you right now so that you know, okay? So there are some products that have new angles, right? That the simple castor oil can also be used for hair growth, right? A simple, you remember 2020, right? Nose marks, when nose marks that was sold for 50,000 naira, we're selling for 1,000 naira, 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira. So a new product angle for a old product is something that can actually work really well. Also, you want to also find products that are truly unique in the sense of they have this wow effect that how can a simple product like this pump tire? Like this middle product is a tire pumper, right? Or whatever you call it, right? How can it pump tire? This is the kind of products you want to look at and also think of selling. Now, what I'm trying to give to you, I'm trying to give you a framework of looking at products. These are fun products to have, to buy, to use. There are a lot of people who bought these products, a lot of people who buy products like this because they are just fun to use. Now, there's some products that just makes your life faster and make your life 10 times easier, that are just unique, right? Unique in the sense of they make life easier for you. So look at a product like this. In fact, I'm actually using this last product right now for my tablets right now. And it was really hard for me to see. I actually bought it from Alibaba. I bought like about 20. I just needed one, but I searched for it. I didn't see it. So I had to buy like 20. I got one for myself, which was what I needed, and I just sold 19 of them. No, 18 of them, and I gave a friend one, right? But I was not interested in selling the product itself. But I just knew I was looking for it so much after I bought a tablet. It was a need, like I needed a stand for my tablet. I did not see anybody selling it, but it was a bestseller on Amazon, and I just bought like 20 from Alibaba and just used one for myself, gave one to my friend, and sold the rest easily. Okay, so there are some products that have high return investment. These are like low price products and products that are not bulky at all, right? You see simple gadget like this, simple band like this. These are products that they just have like crazy high return investment, because if you go to a place like Alibaba or a supplier, you'll be seeing it for like 1,000 naira, 2,000 naira. Product like this really do well. There's some products that have upsell potential and varieties. If you know what you are looking at right now, you know this product are products you can sell multiple of because there are different varieties of them, right? So if you check the last part of this getting hot products or product that are selling, you have to make sure the product you're selling is ad compliant. Mostly when you're a beginner, you want to read the ad platform and make sure whatever you're selling is ad compliant. Very important. If not, this is going to frustrate you. Okay, if you are trying to sell a product that is not ad compliant, it's going to frustrate you, mostly when you don't have the experience to sell a product like that. So the next thing I want you to understand is this: you don't want to force platforms to sell your products. I wasted a lot of my time, and I've seen a lot of people waste their time trying to beat the system, trying to find a way to beat the system. Don't do that. Sell a product that the platform wants to sell, and you make a lot of money actually using that platform to sell your products. Okay, so now knowing all those things right now, how do you get a product to sell? So what products to sell? What product are you going to sell? Now, this is where we're going to exercise right now. If you are relaxing or just chilling, now it's time to be active, right? Are you active? Write active in the chat. Let me know if you're active. Just type active if you're active. Let's go in right now. Let's get a product. If you're someone who doesn't have a product right now, I'm going to do a practical section with you right now. Just type active if you are ready to get started. Now, there are two main ways to get a product. The first one is either you go into a niche or you don't go into a niche, right? It's one of the two. If you go into a niche, you're going to get a product in the niche. If you don't go into a niche, you're going to say you're not going to get a product in that niche also. Now, if you don't have any niche in mind, which I expect most people don't have any niche in mind, that's fine. I'm going to show you what to do. Now, first things first is this. If you don't have any niche, because I'll say the riches are in the niches. If you have a niche, let's say, for instance, you like weight loss, and you're like, I love weight loss, I can sell weight loss products. Let me tell you one truth. There are a lot of products you can sell in the weight loss niche. In fact, you will sell so much product in weight loss niche that you won't be able to sell every product in the weight loss niche that are going to be winners. Okay? So when you don't have a niche, don't worry about that, right? Right? One thing I want you to understand is if you don't have a niche, one question I want you to answer is this. Have you seen a product you think will sell? Have you seen a product you think will sell? If you say yes, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Don't let it go. Hold that thought. Just say, okay, yes, I've seen a product that I think will sell. Just hold the thought. Don't let it go. I'll show you what to do next. Now, if you have a niche, let's say weight loss, or let's say fitness, or let's say hair growth, whatever niche you think some people will need support or need a product in that niche, or you've seen people kill it in that niche, going. There's no monopoly of niche or niches. You can sell product in any niche you find yourself. Okay, so if you have a niche, perfect for you. If you don't have a niche, perfect for you also, because I'm going to show you one thing you're going to do right now. The only thing that matters is this. When we get any product, we want to go to Amazon to search for the product to see if it's doing at least 500 to 1,000 orders per month. If you can get a product that is doing this, you are more likely to actually get a product that's already validated for you already. Because the goal is you want to find a product and then want to validate the product. Okay, and the easiest way to validate the product is to see that the product is already selling. Like I told you in the beginning, focus on product that's already selling. So if you go down, what I want you to do right now is I want you to open ChatGPT, right? Open ChatGPT right now. And then I want you to say to ChatGPT, no fancy prompt or anything like that. What product can I sell for people who have issues with boom? Or if you have a niche, what product can I sell for people who are in this niche? Let's say, for instance, weight loss niche. Let's say, for instance, fitness niche. Let's say, for instance, hair growing your hair. Let's say, for instance, car owners. What products can I sell for car owners? What product can I sell for boom? In this example, I did what products can I sell for people who have issues with back pain? Now, the reason why I used back pain because I was talking to my friend. He was like, he has back pain. I was like, good. I was writing a slide. I was just like, let me just use back pain, right? So you right now, you want to, if you don't have a niche, you just say, okay, pick one thing, pick one problem. Pick one product you saw last that has like, let's say you saw one ad that has like about 100K comments, or let's say 100K views with like 1K comments, right? Or you saw a fresh ad and you're like, this product is very good. Just pick that product, reverse engineer it as a niche, right? The higher version of it as a niche, and say, what product can I sell for people in this? If you've actually gotten a niche or you've gotten a product or you're actually doing this, just type products in the chat. I want to know if you're actually following, because if you don't follow it, it will not make sense. Whatever I'm going to do next is going to make sense. So I want you to follow. So if you've seen a product already, or if you already have a product name, just type that. What product can I sell for this? And let it just come out, right? If you've seen anything that ChatGPT gives to you, just type products in the chat so I know you are following. Okay, because I'm going to show you some few things. I'm going to show you what to do next. Okay, I'm going to show you what to do next. So the next thing to do, if you notice on my slide, I did it, and then I saw multiple examples: ergonomic office chair, memory foam for lumbar, adjustable standing desk. Now, this is funny because I'm actually in the process of buying a standing desk, which is very, very expensive. You could be spending up to 500K to $1 million for a standing desk. And I have to do a lot of research on it, right? And it's actually a very, very good product. It's people who want it are already convinced already. They're just looking for the best one to buy, basically, right? Look at the fourth one, posture corrector, inversion table, different examples. Now, basically, all I did was I choose one, right? I just chose one of this. I think he gave me like 10. I just screenshot this stuff for you guys. But basically, I just chose the number 4, posture correctors, right? It's not because the product is special or anything. I just chose one, right? So what you will do in this instance is you open Amazon.com and then you just copy the name of the product I give to you and paste it on Amazon.com. And then you will see things like this. So for instance, this is back posture I typed on Amazon.com. And the next thing is you want to go to this top right and type bestseller or sort by bestsellers. So you see the bestsellers that are selling. So you can see this particular product, right? This particular product is doing 10,000 sales per month. This one is doing 9K sales per month. This one is doing 8K sales per month. This one is doing 2K sales per month, right? This one is doing 500 sales per month. My point is, when you get a product that is doing 500 to 1,000 sales per month as a beginner, you don't have to say, oh, it's not enough. 500 sales per month times 5,000 naira. Someone should do the math. Someone should do the math. 500 sales per month times 5,000 naira. That's how much you can be making, even if the product that you are selling is 500 sales. Now, by the way, if you check Amazon, they have over like 1,000 results. So it's not like because, oh, ladies, people are doing 500, that means only 500 you can sell. No. If you scroll through Amazon, you see what I'm talking about. People are selling thousands of this product every month. But the main thing I'm trying to make you understand is this: if you find a product that is selling already, how are people selling 10,000 pieces of a product? And if you sell that product, you will be able to sell 1 or 2 or 3 a day. It's not possible if you use the right marketing materials. 2.5 M. Thank you very much, Bim. 2.5 M. That is what 500 sales per month times 5,000 naira will be. Okay. So once you do that for this, your product you've gotten, just type it on Amazon. Just sort by bestsellers. Okay. Sort by bestsellers. You're going to see this. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to choose one of the products that you think you can sell. One of the products you think you can sell. Now, if you see the product you think you can sell, you're like, oh, this product is actually amazing. I love it. It's fine. Nice. But now you're not making money yet because you have to sell it. So how do you sell it? I'm going to show you how to sell it. Because before you sell any product like this, you have to get a supplier. So how to get a supplier? Now, the easiest to get a supplier is through GG, Facebook Marketplace, or IG. Is easiest way. I prefer GG because GG is like, very broad. But you get it also on Facebook Marketplace and get it also on IG. And the best way to do it is this: when we get the supplier, remember, we're not buying the product before we sell the product. No. You don't do that. You don't do that in e-commerce. You don't sell the product before you don't buy a product from suppliers and then try to sell it. You sell it first, okay? And then you go and buy it from supplier. Or then you just, if you're doing drop shipping, you just send the customer to the supplier, and the supplier delivers the product. Okay. Now, to get supplier's attention, the first thing you need to do is you need to use this script. This script has never failed me. Start with a good day. I want to buy 10 pieces of this product for resale. Very important. That resale is very important. If you say I want to buy 20 pieces, supplier will think you're just like, somebody who wants to buy a product for themselves, right? For resale, what is the wholesale price? Is it currently available? This is very important. When you ask for wholesale price, they feel and think that you are already like, part of us. You're an e-commerce owner already and you're looking for the wholesale price. And then the next thing is, if yes, let me know so that we can start now. I'm in this state. And then you ask, do you do drop shipping? Now, some suppliers already know what drop shipping means. So they will say yes or they will say no. Okay. If they say yes, good. If they say no, move to the next person. Now, and then you put your phone number and you also tell them your number is on WhatsApp. And you also get the number on their GG account and then you send them a message on WhatsApp, because some of them reply to WhatsApp faster than GG. Okay, so this is the thing. This is the thing that most people will not do, and I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to challenge you tonight. I want you to find a product tonight and message 10 suppliers. Don't worry, I know it's late already. No big deal. Don't worry, you get a reply tomorrow. Message 10 suppliers that are selling that product, or 3 suppliers that are selling that product, or whatever supplier you find that's selling that product. Send them this message. And you'll be shocked tomorrow that someone will say, yes, let's say the product is like 5,000. They'll be like, yes, okay, the bulk price is 4,000 naira and I do drop shipping. You're in business already. Now, the next thing to do is to go and look for customers. Does that make sense? The next thing you have to do now is to go and look for customers. And I'm going to show you how to get customers. Before we talk about getting customers, we need to talk about basically the GG. So all you have to do is, you can see I did this stuff and I did a screenshot for you guys. You just type it there. You're going to find someone who's selling it. Your goal is just to find somebody who is selling that product you want to sell, check the price, and then pick one of the price and sell. Okay. I would say something, you should focus on somebody who is willing to do drop shipping as a beginner than somebody who's not going to do drop shipping. Because some people say I don't do drop shipping, and that's fine. That's their business. There's nothing you can do about it. If you find someone who's going to do drop shipping, sometimes let's say everybody's charging like 5K, some of those guys will charge like 5,500 because they understand that you're putting your profits on it, right? And that's fine. 500 is not bad. You can literally sell that stuff for more. Okay, so that's how to go about it. Now, how do we market these products? I already told you you're going to be selling it on Facebook Marketplace. you're going to be selling it on Gigi. Now, this supply is on Gigi. You don't want to be selling the product on Gigi. Make sense? But you can always sell it on Facebook Marketplace because a lot of sellers are not on Facebook Marketplace. But you can also sell it also on social media. Now, if you have money for ads, which I beg you, if you have 50K for e-commerce, it is good enough for you to get started, to gain the experience. You can run ads to WhatsApp. Okay, you can run out to WhatsApp. If you want to learn about running out to WhatsApp, there are 1,001 trainings on YouTube about how to run Facebook out to WhatsApp. You don't need to go and buy a course for that. Please just go and watch it, implement it until you start getting the result, or until you start failing. That is when you learn how to do it properly. But you cannot learn it by saying, oh, I want to buy the best course that teach me how to run out. It doesn't work. Just go watch a YouTube video on that, and basically you fast track your journey faster. Okay, now the next thing we want to do is we want to get creative. So how do we get creatives? There are 3 main places I would say you should go get creatives from. But let me say this thing about creatives. You have to make sure you are not taking people creative and just using it. So let's say, for instance, you want to sell this product right now, and you say a Nigerian brand, right, that's selling this product right now, and you say, oh, because they've designed the stuff, everything, you just want to yank it and start using it. Please don't do that, okay? The best way to do creatives is for you to create your own creatives, but in the beginning, you might not have the product with you, or you might not have the experience, which you must have. If you're a beginner, you must take time to learn how to design creatives, which is easy. It's not hard. If you know how to, everybody's a video editor right now with CapCut, right? And Canva. We are all graphic designer right now. So what you want to do is you want to look for creatives that are winning in other markets, not in our market. So if you're in Nigeria, look for creatives that are winning like in abroad, in all those places, right? And use it. So you don't want to be infringing on people's how will I call it? Is it content or rights in the same country? It doesn't make sense. So don't do that. Okay, don't do that. So use TikTok, use Meta Ad Library, and use YouTube to get creatives. The goal of you getting this creative is for you to get the creative and cut and join them. So I don't know if you've heard of this method of cutting and join, where you cut and join the various part of the video together to form your own creatives. Okay, like I said, the ultimate goal is for you to basically create your own creatives, but this is the easiest way to do it for videos. The easiest way to do it for image is to use Pinterest to get a lot of images for that product. I don't care what product you're selling. If you go to Pinterest, you're going to see a lot of people actually that are promoting our products or trying to sell the products. So this way, you can actually get a lot of image you can use. Don't forget, you can use image ads for your ads. You can use video ads also for your ads. Basically, you can use image creative, you can use video creative. So it doesn't really matter like, oh, do I have to use video creative? No, you can use image and you can use video. Okay. And all you need to do is these 2 things, CapCut and Canva. Now, let me talk to you friend to friend. I'm not seeing you, you're seeing me. So please listen to what I have to say right now. You can learn video editing in 2 hours. Practice it in 2 hours, which is 4 hours. And you will understand how the basics of video editing works. Listen to what I'm saying. You can watch 3 videos that's like 30 minutes on YouTube right now, which is like, 1 hour, 30 minutes, right? And use the remaining 2 hours, 30 minutes to practice how video editing works. And you will learn how to use CapCut, which is free. So you're not paying anybody anything for it. You can learn how to use Canva, which is just simple drag text, drag image, drag color stuff, right? In 4 hours. So you can literally use a day to learn CapCut, use the next day to learn Canva, and start doing basic creative design. I'm saying this because creative is the most important thing right now in e-commerce. You need to get attention and use creatives to get attention. Okay, so that's what that's why I'm explaining this to you. All you have to do is go to YouTube, watch 3 tutorials, 4 tutorials on how to use CapCut, how to use Canva to design creatives, and not just creatives, design videos, and then use Canva to design image, and you understand how, and then you can just replicate it little by little. The more you do it, the more experience you get, and the better you become. You don't start paying somebody to do this for you. It's going to cost you a lot of money, and you will learn a lot of how it works. Basically, you learn a lot. Okay, now, as you can see, if you focus on the no money, some money, and above money, you know what to do, right? You know your stage, you know what you should do. Right now, if you are in the start stage, what I want you to say right now, I want you to say yes. If you've been able to get clarity on what to do next, if you're in the start stage right now, have you gotten clarity to say, okay, cool. After this session ends, I know what to go and do. I know what to do. I know I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this because I'm at this stage. I'm at this stage. I'm at this stage. I'm at this stage. If it's a yes, say yes. If it's a no, leave a question right now. If it's a yes, You already know, like, oh, I can actually start this, I can start this, I can start this, I can start this. So most people will ask, where will I put the creatives? You use, depending on the level, if you don't have any money, you basically put the creatives on Gigi, Facebook Marketplace, and social media, which is you can open an account today on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok and start posting those stuffs. But you have to learn the skill set of designing creatives, image, or designing videos, video design or video editing if you don't know how to do it yet. Okay. Now that's it for the start stage. Now I'm going to run through the launch stage because it's not as, it's not really a big issue, because I'm going to explain the main things people need to know in the launch stage. Now, the launch stage is where people say things like, oh, I've rated my product right now, but I don't have a strategy. I don't have a clear strategy to get consistent daily orders. I'm currently making under 500K plus. I'm grateful, but I want to make more. What do I do? Now, I'm going to give you a straightforward thing to do right now. First things first is you want to focus on orders, sales, and delivered. That's what you want to be seeing. Orders, you wake up in the morning, first thing you pray to your Lord, you pray to your God. Then you say, oh yeah, how many orders have I gotten so far? I've gotten 5 orders. Close them. Delivery agent, deliver for me, please. And then you want to see delivered. That's all that matters to you at that stage. Nothing else. Don't start saying, oh, maybe this product is not as good as I want it to be. No. Focus on those 3 things at this stage. Under 500K, focus on those 3 things. Because in the launch stage, you want to keep the momentum going. Like I said, some people actually lose focus in this particular stage, right? Because they say, yeah, it's doing it, everything is working fine. I wish some other things would work better, and then they end up losing momentum because they are trying to sell different products when they've not really made this product they're selling do really well. Okay. Next one is sales is the answer you need at this stage. You just need sales. Like I said, orders, sales, deliver. That's all that matters to you. You just need sales. You are looking for every strategy you can to get sales. Nothing else should matter at this stage. Don't go and look for one strategy to hire the best team in the world. It doesn't concern you. If you see those trainings, save them in your Google Drive, save them in your Drive. You come back to them later when you get to that stage. Focus on what you need, sales, nothing else. And to get better sales, you need to create better creatives, right? You need to create better creatives and better ads. You're already in the stage where you're using ads right now, which you should. You shouldn't be doing another 500K and still be doing organic. Ads will propel you to get results faster compared to waiting for organic, viral traffic to meet you. Okay. You want to make your offer hard to refuse. And I'm going to explain, how to just talk about offer. Next thing, you want to know your average order value, which is how many products people buy from you. If you notice people are buying one from you, you want to work on the strategy that make people buy 2 from you. You can basically give them like a discount. Let's say you are selling one product for 20K. You can say if you buy 2, I'll give you 35,000 naira. That's a 5,000 naira discount, right? You can say, oh, if you buy these 2 of this product, I'll give you this free bonus, right? You want them to buy 2 so your profits can increase. Because if you are getting 5K profits from one product, if you sell 2, you can actually make 10K profits. Does that make sense? Cool. You want to focus on your customer acquisition cost, which is how much you are paying to acquire a customer. You want to get to the point where if you pay Facebook 2,000 to get you a customer, you want to make a lot of money from that 2,000 naira. Now, if you notice your ad cost is increasing, you want to create better creatives and better ads, basically. Okay. And now in this stage, this is the stage where you should be focusing on what? Customers, nothing else. And the first thing you want to do is you want to DM every comment on your ads. Mostly when you're running ads. If someone say, I want it, reply the comment and then DM them and continue that conversation in the DM. Now, someone might say, oh, but this is a lot of work. It's not a lot of work at this stage. You need sales. Remember, you need sales, nothing else. If anybody message you on WhatsApp, pick up the phone and say, can I call you right now? Can I talk to you on the phone immediately so I can explain how everything works, right? You are Gen Z, they will obviously say no. You're not Gen Z, they'll say yes, right? And then you just call them and you basically talk to them on the phone and close the stuff. And then you only want to add a second product from that niche if you have at least consistent sale from the main product you are selling. You don't want to focus on different products when you're not actually made one sustainable yet. The next thing is you want to test new creatives weekly. Now, this is very important. You want to create different content. That's what creative is. You create different content. You want to create new creative daily. When I say daily, I mean it. It's not a typo. It's not weekly. It's not monthly. I say daily. The more you create creatives, let's say you test creative every Friday. If you create creative every day, by Friday, you already have 5 creatives that you can use. Now, the pressure is not on you to create 5 creative on one day. Like, let's say Friday, you have to finish 5 creative at once, and then you design rubbish. No, because it is every day you are creating it, you are getting better daily, and then on Friday you have a lot of products a lot of creatives you can use to sell your products. Now, next thing is, it depends on your product. You want to get to the stage where you are shooting your own content, right? You don't start paying people 40,000 to create creatives for you. Don't start paying people 20,000 to start creating creatives for you. We create creatives in our e-commerce business, and we charge like 50,000 naira sometimes for one creatives, 10,000 naira for like image creatives. Most people cannot pay that. You shouldn't be paying that. Okay, you should be the one doing it at that stage until you get to the point where you want to outsource and say, oh, I just need 20 creatives, and then people work on it, and then you test it. Okay. Next one is, you want to turn your winners into more winners. So if you have a creative that is working, when I tell you this, I mean this. When we have a creative that is working, we make sure we milk the hell out of that creative before we stop. Meaning we can spend more on ads just on that creative alone, or we actually take the creatives, like itself, the creative itself, we turn it into different creatives. We say, okay, let's say something like, do you want to grow your hair? We'll change it and say, okay, do you like to grow your hair? We'll change it and say, are you thinking of growing your hair? We'll change it that way multiple times to make sure that creative work for us really well until you become a winner. And the next one is the best, which is find winners and make them for yourself. Now, the main thing is this. If you have a winner, you want to keep going. Give me a moment, please. Okay, so if you have a winner, you want to recreate them. Like if you find a winner, you want to recreate them for yourself. So this is a quick example right now. A quick example is something like this. Let's say we want to sell this particular product right now, and then we check and we notice that there's a particular brand that is scaling. They have over like 20 something creatives. Another have over 50 something creatives. Another have over 100 creatives. No big deal. What you do is you do the research, and then you come down and say, okay, I need to find the creative I can replicate for myself. You're not going to copy and paste them like most people will do. Don't do that. Don't do that. No. You won't learn anything if you copy and paste. That's the truth. You won't learn. Okay? You'll be stuck at that stage. You won't know why you're stuck. At this stage, you want to say, okay, cool, this creative is working on these people because they've been running it for the past, let's say, 1 month, 2 months, 3 weeks. Let me take it and recreate it for my products. Are you getting the point? Let me take the idea and recreate it for my product, not copy and paste. Don't do copy and paste. Every marketer shouldn't be doing copy and paste. You should be taking it, getting inspiration from them, and using it for yourself. Okay? So that's how you want to do it. That's how you want to create tons of creative. You find winners and then you make them your own. Let's go to the how to make your offer invisible right now. Now, you want to make your offer good and make it too good that people see it and be like, this thing is just too good. Let me just try. Let me try. Most people buy product because they want to try, and that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing to try. Let me just try, and then you sell the product to them. First way to make it look good, you want to make the solution look new. Every one of us love new, novelty. We love things that are fresh, that are new. You want to make your product fresh. You want to make your product new, right? That's one of the first way and the best way to make your product invisible, right? Next thing is these are like easy things you can add. Free delivery, and you and I know you're not paying for the delivery literally, because you are literally putting the delivery fee inside of the product. There's a meme where someone say, if you buy food online, 5,000 naira plus delivery 3,000 naira, 8,000 naira, compared to 8,000 naira food and free delivery. People will choose 8,000 naira food plus free delivery. That's what you want to do. Okay, you want to do free delivery, and then because you can start a business without any founding trust. You can start a business today, right now, selling a product online without any trust. The easiest way to break down the trust barrier or the doubt customers will have, thinking, is this person a scam or what, is to just do payment on delivery, right? When you build your brand to an extent, then you can say, okay, I'm no more doing payment on delivery. But in the beginning, payment on delivery is the easiest thing. People can buy from you that same day if they see your ad that same day, if you do payment on delivery. Okay, and the next one is you want to test various price. You can never know which price your customer will love. You want to test different prices. You test the 18.5, 21.5, 20,000. You check until you see the one that customer love the most, and then you go with that one. Okay, and the last one is leverage the audience hidden desire. Now, this is something most people don't do, Because people just sell a product, get a product, they just try to sell it. They don't try to understand why people are buying that stuff. And that's what we want to do right now. The next prompt I'm going to be showing you, so you can screenshot the screen if you have to. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to go to ChatGPT, for instance, right? And just type act as a copywriter for an e-commerce brand. I want you to write various copy for our new products, right? Then you call it the name, and the competitors are below. The next thing I want you to do is I want to go to Amazon. Remember, we found a lot of products on Amazon. Go to Amazon, copy those links, and put them on this Amazon links part. And then you say, now give me a list of people who buy a product like this and why they buy it. Now, if you're a copywriter, you understand how much work it usually take for us to research all these details. Like, we usually take like days to research why people buy this product, why people buy a product. But now you can use ChatGPT, and in the next 30 seconds, you get the answer. Okay? So make a screenshot of this so that you can type it later yourself. Okay? Make a screenshot quickly. Now, next thing is, if you type this on inside ChatGPT or Gemini or Claudia, any of the AI tools, you will see answers like this. You can see for this, for instance, for this back posture corrector, people who buy the most are office workers and remote workers, people who work from home, students, fitness enthusiasts, senior, which is like older people who have chronic back pain, right? People who are recovering from injury, people who are professionals and they have active jobs where they have to either stand all day long and all these things. The point is when you have information like this, it's easier to create your offer and write your copy to make your audience understand that you are creating this product for them. Okay? If you write the best copy for the right audience, they are more likely to understand that this product is for me and I'm going to try to use it. Okay? But use ChatGPT to do that stuff, and then you can also use it to come up with like angles and multiple stuffs. Now, the best way I like to make my offer really good is I like to give free bonus, because we all love free. We all love free stuff, right? We all love free bonus. So basically, giving a free bonus with my products makes my product different from other people's products. In marketing, better does not win, different win. You want to be different from your competitors. Okay, so we're almost done right now. The last part is the last part is grow. In the grow part, by the way, if you got something from the launch part, let me know. If you have questions, type it so I can answer them before the end of the session. No, grow now. I'm getting some orders, but it's becoming expensive, or I'm not closing or delivering more orders. I'm currently at 500K to 3M plus. I just feel stuck. I can't go past it. I remember when I was at this stage, I was so stuck. I just could not understand why something like that was happening, right? David Light, I don't understand why something like that was happening. I was so confused, like, why would something like this be happening, right? So the main thing is this. If you understand, David, you understand that this stage is a very crazy stage that people can be in, that they won't be able to move as fast as possible. So the main goal for you is to understand that if you are at this particular stage right now, you want to move as fast as possible. Okay, you want to move as fast as possible to the point of getting sales, because of course you're already getting sales, but now you want to move to the next level. I'm going to show you what the next level is. The next level is for you to focus, deliver, and team. These are the three things that will break you out of this circle right now. So first one is in the growth stage, you want to focus. Forget other opportunities. This is where you've started making some money already, obviously, now, right? This is where you start getting opportunities. People are telling you about this powerful thing that is here, this powerful thing that is here. There's this new opportunity that exists. Just bro, come on, invest. I remember when I was at that stage, I was just investing in different things. Like that's when you just say, oh, how much is it? It's 500K. Okay, don't worry, I'll give you next 2 weeks. And then you give them, and you don't even know anything about the investment vehicle. You just put money into it, right? You don't want to do that. You want to focus on the business that is your business, which is your e-commerce business. Okay, the next thing is you want to find ways to optimize getting and delivering products. Now, the two things that will mess you up really well at this stage is your suppliers and your delivery agents. Those two people, they're your guys at this stage. So you want to focus on getting product as fast as possible and also delivering product as fast as possible. Very, 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 very important. The next thing is deliveries. Trust me on this. This way you start thinking about, what are my delivery rates? How many deliveries am I making per week? How many deliveries am I making per day? How many deliveries am I making? Why are my deliveries failing? You want to focus and be obsessed about this stage, because that's all that matters in this stage. The next thing that will actually help you in this stage is to hire a good customer care person. Now, there's some people at this stage who will still be doing the business by themselves. This is when you now start trying to start hiring. I call it sharing the pie. The more you share the pie, the more money you make. Because the more people that help you in the business, the more money you make in, like literally, it's just the truth, the more money you make, basically. So you want to get to the point where you are making more money by actually helping more people. Because the more people you help in your e-commerce business, the more money you actually make indirectly. Right, David? So basically, the most important thing you should be looking at is don't get bored. When people get bored, they stop doing what is working. Don't get bored, please. Okay, don't get bored. Just keep doing what you're doing. If you are still doing your 1M 2M, keep doing what you're doing. Just keep going until you can outsource it. So if what you're doing is boring, find a way to outsource it. Like for me, the first thing I outsourced was calling. I did not like, I'm a very good closer, but I did not like spending time to call, right? So I got a customer care person that was calling. Okay. So, David, do we still have more time?
Yes, we do. We
Okay,
actually
so I'll round up.
we are way above time, but I just couldn't chip it in because
Oh, okay.
it's just getting hot in here. So yeah, you can
Okay.
continue. You have the audience. with
Okay.
us. Please,
Okay.
you could also
Let
share
me know.
someone while we're
Let me know
up.
if you want me to continue. If you want me to continue, let me know in the chat. If you want me to continue, or I should stop here. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, cool. So basically, this is the place where you want to start outsourcing things. If you hate going to the park to drop products, outsource it. If you hate running ads, find someone that can run ads for you. If you hate calling customers, find somebody who can call customers for you. If you hate these things because they are boring to you right now, or you just don't like them anymore, you want to get somebody that do it. The thing is this. Let me tell you one thing about hiring. When you hire somebody, this is something I learned many years after I have hired multiple people, that when you hire somebody, your goal is to say, if I hire this person and I pay this person, let's say 100K per month, for instance, if this person can make me back 100K within 10 days, right, or half of the days the person is working for me, I'm going to keep the person. So what does that mean? If this person can make, let's say 150K back within 10 days of hiring the person, then I'm good. I'm good to go. Okay. So you're not seeing hiring as an expense, right? David, you can share the camera, you can share the screen. You're not seeing hiring as an expense because you understand that if I hire somebody and the person can make me this amount of money, it's cool. That's how you see organizations hire multiple people that work for them, because those people pay back. They bring something back into the organization. So if something that you love doing becomes boring, please hire it. This is where I see people say, I don't like e-commerce anymore because I'm calling customers all day long. You can literally hire somebody to do that stuff for you instead of doing it by yourself and getting, burnt out, right? Now, the next thing that will save you so much at this stage is for you to get a mentor or a coach to give you clarity. I can tell you there are a lot of people who quit at this particular stage because of this thing. They're like, business is just all over me. I don't know what to do. I'm not sure if I can do this anymore. It's a good business, so there's money in the common, so but the stress is so much. You think it's stressful because you don't know what to do next. Okay, that's why you think it's stressful, but it's not stressful if you look at it from this perspective, right? So the first thing you want to understand is this: every problem you encounter can be broken down. And what you want to do is you want to bring down every problem. So in e-commerce, there are different parts of e-commerce. There's like the, getting a supplier, getting a product, making sure the product is good enough, making sure the product gets to the agent, so the agent can deliver the product, getting customers and all those things. Whenever you have a broken machine in any of those model, what you want to do is you want to get that problem, isolate it, and work on it, right? That problem itself. You want to start by saying, what exactly is the problem? Let's say, for instance, you start getting a lot of orders, and then you notice that you're not delivering as much. You got like 100 orders this week, and then you deliver just like 20 out of 100 orders. That's crazy. 20% delivery rate. That's crazy. Then instead of saying e-commerce is not working, or I'm tired of this business. No. There's every business in the world has something that makes it not get to the next level. So if you think, e-commerce is like this, you go into affiliate marketing and then you discover that you have to get leads. And then let's say you get leads for the first 1 week. right? And you try to run that again, you're not getting it. You're like, come on, affiliate market does not work. You're going to keep jumping from one business model to the other, right? You are here today because you understand e-commerce work and you just want to get to the next level. And the way to get to the next level is to solve each problem that you encounter, right? Because at every level, there's another devil, right? There's another devil at every level. So basically, you want to understand that if I can fix this problem, I can get to the next level. Okay? Then you fix the problem by defining the problem and seeking solutions to the problem. You say, okay, cool. I have issues with delivery rates. My delivery rate is so bad. What can I do to fix my delivery rates? Then you start talking to people, or you talk to your mentor, or you talk to your coach, or you basically do research, right? You do research on, like, oh, how do I increase my delivery rate? You see different stuff that you're going to try. But the most important thing is this: you have to implement it. You can't go to the mountain, meet the guru there and say, Guru, I have this problem. What do I do? Guru say, do this. So you're like, oh, that's amazing. Then you go to the next guru. I have this problem also. They say, do this. So you're like, oh, amazing. You leave that one again, go and meet another person again. If you don't implement and monitor the results, you won't know if it's going to work. Okay? So you have to actually implement the stuff for yourself and see if it's going to work. And then when it works, this is the thing that will basically get you to the next level faster. When it works, you want to document it for your staff. Because you want to get to the point where in your e-commerce business, you can be out and your e-commerce business can be working well. God forbid, you can be on the sick bed, your e-commerce business can be working well, right? A lot of people who have businesses where if they don't open for business that day, the business will not run. You don't want to get to that point. So you want to document every problem so that when there's a problem, that when you're not around, your staff can handle that problem easily and keep going. Okay? So that's how you want to think about it. Next is you basically understand that one thing that matters to you in this state is focus. Please, I have a lot of people who used to be in this level, and the thing that messes them up is they just lose focus. They start doing something else entirely. Okay? They start doing something else entirely. Please, if you can focus on this model and solve every problem you encounter, you will get to the next model easily. That is when you stop buying e-commerce course. You go and buy, because you're having delivery issue, you go and buy a course on delivery. Because you're having issue with ads, getting orders, you go and buy a course on getting orders. Because you're having issue with your team members, you go and buy a course on how to train your team members. Are you getting the point? You don't just buy a course now, how to start e-commerce. You're no longer at the start level, you are now at the grow level, so you act accordingly. Okay? Now, the last part, which is the last part we're almost done right now, is the scale part. Now, I'm going to breeze through this because when it comes to scaling, it's all about strategy most times. So this is where you're saying, I'm getting daily sales, I want to scale faster, but I want to put more systems and structure in place because that's what really matters when it comes to scaling. I'm currently at 2M or 3M plus. I want to get, or 10M plus, I want to get to the next level, right? This is where you basically say, okay, these are the things that matter. These are the 6 things that matter when it comes to scaling. If you can get 2 of these things right, you will scale as fast as possible. 2, not 6 of them, just 2 right. Because every one of them influence every one of them. But the ones that influence the most are the M's, influence the S the most. So I'm going to explain what all these are. First one is mentor, mastermind, mates, strategy, structure, system. I'm going to break it down easily. There's nothing too much for me to explain. You will understand it when I just break it down. So first one is mentor. You want to leverage mentors' experience to avoid common scaling pitfall and fast track your growth. This is the first part. If you get a mentor that has experience already at doing what you want to do, you go ahead and say, sir, how can I do this? Like when I wanted to get to like this scale stage, I had a mentor and I said, bro, sir, I want to do this stuff. What do I do? And he said, first of all, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Focus on this. And I said, okay. Thank you. Boom. And I also have students right now, fortunately now, gracefully to God, that will say, hey, you want to scale, chill. I know you're in a hurry. Forget about all these things right now. Forget about this, focus on this stuff. And they focus on it and they get results faster. Okay? So when you get a mentor, you gain insider knowledge on key strategies that you might not even know at all. Because the mentor or the coach, you basically hold your hands and just accelerate your process. Accelerate whatever you're going to be doing. Because you don't want you to make those mistakes they've made, right? So this is self-explanatory, literally. I'm not sure there's anybody that is doing like 10M that don't have a mentor. Like, it's not possible. Like, it's not possible, basically. It can be direct mentor or indirect mentor, but I'm very sure there's a mentor there. The second one is mastermind, right? This is, you want to be in a community where you engage with high-level thinkers. like in a group where you guys just talk about high level stuff. Now, one time a mastermind is this. Mastermind is not about talking every day. It can just be you guys talk once a week, once a month, or you just join the mastermind and then you get a mate from the mastermind. I'll talk about mates very soon, right? But the goal is you want to be in an environment where people call things like millions and it's not like a big deal anymore to you. I was at an event recently and everyone there was calling billion. Some people were calling 500 million. I was like, very soon. Now, because you're a business owner, you have a different mindset. You're not among people who are online that say, now them, they don't come because they can't foresee it. You know it is possible. Other people that have the same brain as you or not as smart as you are doing it, you can do it. So the goal is to basically put yourself in those positions. Pay to be there. In fact, the best masterminds are paid, by the way, right? Pay to be there and just be influenced by those their energy over there, right? And when you are there, you want to basically grab accountability and collaborate with people, right? You want to talk to them. You want to basically share ideas, because the truth is this: if you don't share ideas with people, people take note of you and don't share ideas with you. So if you share ideas with people, they actually share ideas with you also, basically. Okay. So you want to get feedback also from the head of the mastermind. You want to talk to people in those places, right? You can also get a mentor from a mastermind, but it's also important that you have your peers in the mastermind also, because that will basically lead you to the next part, which is mates. In the mastermind, you can get mates there that you surround yourself with. Now, if you have friends where you guys talk about business every day, you guys talk about crazy stuff every day, you guys talk about, like, I have a friend literally where every day we talk about business, like every blessed day. I have friends, David, Vincent is here. We talk. Sometimes we jump on Zoom for like 4 hours, right? And talk about business all through and just be talking about business. The truth is this: you might think those things it doesn't influence you. No, Vincent influenced me, I influenced Vincent. That's the truth. My friends influenced me, I influenced them. Right? But the point is, you want to have mates where you guys talk about crazy stuff. You share tips, you share lessons, you share first-time experience. The more momentum you guys have together, the more you can stay motivated together and keep hitting your goals. And the next 3 parts are the parts where I'm going to skip faster, because this part does not really matter as much if you have those first 3. If you have those first 3, somehow it will be like osmosis. You just get this part, which is strategy. So for instance, if you want to start hiring, you can literally see the hiring system your mentor is using and you say, just use this method. Don't worry about any other thing. Boom, shortcuts. Or your friend, you'll say, no, this is the method I'm using for hiring right now. Boom. Or in the mastermind, they share how they are doing meetings. You get it in the meetings. You get the what's it called? The system for hiring in the meeting, in the mastermind meeting, and then you understand the strategy on how to hire. Pium, you move. Right? You see how those 3 things influence all these things, which is the strategy right now. You get most of the strategy from things that are already working. The next part is structure. Now, without structure, there's nothing like scale. There's no scale happening. And structure is literally you having teams, team members, processes, and workflows that help you do the job easily. Now, structure can also be you removing yourself from the business and it working with you because your team members already know how to do stuff. So let me give an example of the structure right now. So let's go buy a product right now from a supplier. I don't have to talk to the supplier. All I have to do is send my manager the money for the product, and my manager will pay the supplier, coordinate the entire process from picking the product to wherever I want to keep it in the warehouse, and then from the warehouse distribute it around to wherever I want to be, without me actually doing anything. But in the beginning, I did everything from beginning to the end, and I structured everything. That's why I said, if you solve a problem, document it. Remember, solve a problem, document it, so that when it's time to teach, you teach all these people that are going to be working with you, so they can teach other people also. Okay, very, very important. You want to also have clear leadership roles where you are the boss, and then you solve problems, and then you have managers, and then you have head of teams, and then you have customer care, head of customer care, and all those things. If you have structure, it makes scaling 10 times easier. Okay, makes scaling 10 times easier, and you can operate easily with structure. The last part is systems. Now, I love systems a lot. I'm a system guy. I studied software engineering, so I love systems. But the good thing about system is system help you do things in a repeatable manner the right way. The most important thing is the right way to do stuff, but it help you do it in a repeatable manner. Okay, so the system that you use in your business matters a lot. If you have the right system for, like, like inventory, I just talked about right now, it's going to help you do it over and over again the right way. So don't be any mistake, right? Your customer care staff won't mistakenly delete your WhatsApp, right? Because of they don't understand how the system works. By the way, it has happened to me before, so I understand what I'm saying. So if you tell them nobody should uninstall or install anything, they're like, okay, I get that, right? Your customer care staff will not delete your spreadsheet easily because you tell them you don't delete stuff, you just open this, open that, open this. If you have issue with this, log it here, right? Those things actually help you so much. It also helps you to optimize your operation because now you have SOPs. Like, for instance, when we run ads, we have something called the first 5 comments that we'll put on every ad, right? So if you run ads, we have a comment we put. Once an ad have a comment from us, my marketing guy will open that ad and add those 5 comments there, basically. And those comments actually help us to get leads, right? So that's a system that's already in a Google Doc that anybody can actually implement. And the last part of system I love the most is when you focus on building system, it actually helps you grow faster. It actually helps you grow 10 times faster, right? And help make sure or ensure that the operation keep working in an effective and efficient manner at scale. Because now you're no more working with 1 or 2 customers anymore, you're working with hundreds of customers. So when you're at scale and there's a problem that happens, it affects a lot of people. But if you have a system for making everything work, everything works out fine and everything's amazing. And I hope this session has been amazing. For me, it was amazing. I hope you guys actually learned a lot. And if you take one thing from this session, all you have to do is implement it. I can't wait to hear from you. I can't wait to hear how much you made from it, or how how good you felt after getting results from the system, or if it's just a mindset shift of like, oh, now I know e-commerce work, I can actually try e-commerce. That's good enough. That's a win. Okay, so thank you very much. This is Uche, and I really appreciate your time here with me. And thank you very much for David. Thank you much, David, for actually implementing this stuff and going out with this session.
Man, oh boy. I was telling most at back end that when I bring him up, I'm going to actually step out to do a couple of things. But I said to God, I must step out. So I'm just all the times I've turned off my camera, I've just been here trying to motivate this whole thing. And man, I have gone away. You see, one interesting thing about Moses is anytime you listen to him, he always has something to share, he always has something to share, and I really appreciate you. So we don't want to take any more time. The people are saying they can say it at 10 p.m. I beg. Let's take 5 questions. I know you have a lot of questions, so please drop a question in the chat box and we're going to bring them up and answer them. Please, I would like us to drop a thank you for Moses Uche. Like, this is so good. I'm telling you, this is the best night so far. Best night so far. Please drop questions for him. We will take questions now. And there's a limit to the questions we can take, but we'll try as much as possible to take all the questions. If you have questions from yesterday too, I'd like you to bring it up and let's just answer them before we wrap it up for today. I have a question, but before we go to this night teaching, okay, maybe you can ask. Let's see what it looks like. Please type your questions if you've got questions. You can type. We take questions for just 10 minutes. So we're going to wrap it up. So we're going to wait for questions. Mr. Moses, thanks for the teaching. It was one of a kind, but please, okay, let me just bring up this question so you can see it.
So as a starter, which platform will you recommend for drop shipping? So when I say drop shipping, I'm not talking about Shopify drop shipping. I'm talking about you finding a local supplier and telling them, hey, I want to sell these products. Can you help me deliver the product to a customer when a customer say they want it? That's what dropshipping is, right? So dropshipping is literally saying you have this product, I have a customer, can you deliver to them while I take my profits? That's it, basically. So basically, you can use Gigi, you can use Facebook Marketplace, then you can use Instagram to find vendors. Those vendors you are looking for are those who are selling in bulk, right? They're like distributors. That's what you're looking for, basically. Yeah. Just in case some of you might lose the slide, I will find a way to pin the slide maybe in the description. I'll give it to Vincent, so Vincent can just pin it in the description for people who want to like go through the slide later. Yeah.
Okay. Taking another question from someone here.
Let's talk about to get reliable suppliers. There's no way you send message to 5 or 6 suppliers with the script I give to you that one of them will not reply. It's not possible. I've done this challenge multiple times with multiple beginners, and they've never come back to say nobody replied. It's not possible. They want to sell products. Those products they are putting on GG or marketplace, they want to sell. So when you say I can sell this stuff for you, they're not going to say no.
Sure.
Okay. So the most important thing is just try, put it out there, and see what happens.
Right. So, another question.
Should we focus on IT together as a beginner? I won't say yes until you have experience. So let's use the four framework right now. Start, launch, grow, scale. So I'm assuming you're in either the start or launch. If you're in the start, do low ticket. It's 10 times easier. You won't have any confidence paralysis, right? If you just start with low ticket, because just one high ticket transaction that goes bad, you can have heart attack. You can start thinking so much, right? So let's just stay at the range of like, let's say 10K. If you lost 10K in transaction, nothing will happen to you, basically, right? So if it's like a 150K product or a 100K product that go missing or something happen, or you deliver it to the customer and it breaks and the customer say replace it for me, there's so many. Yes, you can make like 50K, 40K, 30K from that transaction, right? But if something go wrong, then the whole profit just goes to the shambles, basically.
So, further questions. We'll be taking 2 more questions. Someone's asking how can we. Okay, he said he's going to pin the. He's going to give me. If he gets the slides for me, I'm going to just edit it to the description box and pin it on the replay. All right. So the script is going to be available on the description box in the next 24 hours. So just 24 to 48 hours. All right. So depending on how fast this replay comes up. Okay. So are we having more questions? Let me just see if we're having more questions. Is anyone asking questions? I enjoy the product research strategy. Thank you so much. All right. So are we having anyone asking more questions?
By the way, which part of the training do you guys enjoy the most? Just let me know the parts that you enjoy the most. If you have any question, you can ask any question before we go.
I'm taking just one more question, so we can wrap it up at 9 o'clock. So it's already 8:59. So in the next 60 seconds, we're taking one more question. Okay, so someone is asking a personal question to Mr. Moses. I think you can answer this.
Yes, I do, but not for like beginners. Basically, for people who are doing like they're in the growth stage, basically. But you can check out my website ecomwing.com, and you can see if it's something that will be good for you.
Okay, so someone is asking here.
Okay, what should I do when my cost per lead is increasing? I think we should be saying cost per order. If it's e-commerce, not lead. So I get what you're saying, cost per lead. What you should be doing is, first thing you should be doing is you should be changing your creatives. If the ad was performing before, the offer is tested already, it's performing well, and then you notice that the cost is increasing, you want to focus on the creatives. Don't touch your sales page. Let everything breathe. Just keep testing more creatives, basically.
Okay, please, anyone that wants to mentor, please go and meet Moses Uche. You'll be a little better.
Go and meet Mr. Vincent. Go and meet Mr. Vincent.
I not So you just mentioned the website. Ecomwing.com.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
I can pin that. Okay. Is this right? Ecomwing, yeah.
Yes,
right?
correct. Yeah.
Scaling part does it for me. All right, so guys, thank you so much for tonight. We really appreciate your staying tuned. So I'm going to be excusing Mr. Moses. Please drop him an emoji for him in the comment box. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you. God bless you, sir. So bye bye from the studio now. Bye here. All right, guys, so thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. It's been an amazing